A vehicle plows into the security barrier at the White House, killing the driver. Fortunately, President Biden was on vacation again. German surface-to-air missile plant has burned to the ground over the weekend because the firefighters, quote, couldn't put it out. Probably going to be some delays on missile shipments to our favorite actor turned dictator. Unelected dictator, let's put it that way. We have reports on small dairies going out of business in South Dakota, reports on eggs, feeding bags, apple cider vinegar, and we'll show you a cheap and easy way to hide your phone from GPS tracking, surveillance by Facebook, Google, and the CIA. That and more, let's jump into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and these are your reports. These are your updates that you guys are sending in. If you have something you'd like to report, please just use the word update in your comment on this video or any video on this channel that gets it to the right place. Make sure you give us a geographical location if it's a store or if it's relevant, all right? We do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They do a fantastic job helping people get out of stocks and bonds in their retirement portfolios over into physical metals like gold, silver, or platinum. A lot of you guys have heard me talk about them a whole bunch of times, and maybe you still have some questions and you're not really sure that's a good thing to do. If you talk with them, you might get your questions answered. There'll be a link at the end of the video. I do encourage you to check that out. They're great folks over there, and they don't want to pressure you. All right, so we have a vehicle crashing into the White House security barrier. Now, it hit the barrier, didn't go through the barrier or anything like that, but it happened at a very fast rate of speed such that the driver did not survive. Biden wasn't at the White House because he never is over the weekend, if you've noticed. He literally commutes from Delaware to the White House every weekend on Air Force One. Now, you know, to save the planet. Now, in case you think I'm overestimating or embellishing or anything like that, this is from the Wall Street Journal. Quote, if it's the weekend, and sometimes even when it isn't, President Biden is probably in Delaware, spending all or part of 254 days during his first 3 years in office, where? In Delaware. Yeah. Biden spent all or part of 408 days total on vacation in the first 3 years. Now this is like three months old because it goes back to his first 3 years in office, right? So 408 days on vacation away from the White House versus Trump's 291. We got a whole 117 days more from Trump than we did from Biden in the first 3 years. Now, we got to give a little hats off to Barack Hussein Obama. He only took 135 days off in the White House. Now, that may have been because he didn't yet have his Martha Stewart mansion, but that's another story for another day. He hadn't yet gotten rich off of politics like some of these more established families have, right? And there's only one president in recent memory that actually got poorer while in office, and that was President Donald Trump. This is from Scott. Now I'm gonna come back and question part of this. So if part of this does rile you up a little bit, we'll come back to it. Okay. Scott says, Steve, just got word that there's an air defense factory burning in Berlin today, along with word that a bunch of other German weapon plants have also burned recently, but have been kept out of the news. Weapons factories in the West are continuing to burn and otherwise be destroyed at a rate similar to food production plants. Okay, now I'm going to push back a little bit on the other factories, other German weapons plants that have been kept out of the news. Now, I looked through the news and I couldn't find any other ones. I was wondering if I had missed any, and I wasn't able to find them. Now, so if they are out of the news, okay, but we need some evidence then. And just saying you've heard something about that's not quite good enough for us to report on. So we're going to just put that aside. But this is a big deal. On May 3rd, the Berlin Deal Metal Applications Facility, where they manufacture the Iris-T systems, caught fire. They produce their air-to-air missiles as well as surface-to-air missiles. Of course, a whole bunch of these are finding their way across the border into that Eastern European country that is being invaded, right? The fire continued to burn the next day because the firefighters were unable to put out the fire. The weapons plant just kept on burning, and there wasn't any water that was going to put that out. So it has finally smoldered itself out, but people are afraid to go in there due to the explosives, as well as a lot of metal fires going on in there. Now, no other German fires that I was able to find, but we did have 2 artillery shell factories that kind of spontaneously combusted in the UK, as well as Scranton, Pennsylvania. And both those happened within 48 hours of each other. That was just 2 weeks ago. So we're seeing, defense factories, and I use the word defense in a cynical way that we're told to use it as, because of course all these factories are building offensive weapons that are being used far from the nation's borders where they're being manufactured. I don't see any enemies up against the German borders. Is Germany really under threat of being invaded? No, it's not. So why is it manufacturing all these missiles and giving them to people that are shooting them at other people? Right? In the United States, it's defense factories are not being used to defend America. The Canadians aren't coming across the border. Everyone from the South is coming across the border, but no one's actually trying to stop them. So, no need to actually need to make artillery shells or anything like that if we're just not going to stop them, right? Let's go over to your reports here. NS4 says, update, in South Dakota, all the smaller family-owned dairies are gone. Only big corporate dairies left here. That's a question for you guys who are familiar with your area. There are a few dairies. I know there's a couple dairies here in Pittsburgh area that sell their milk direct to consumers. But what about your area? Is it mostly, like when you go to the stores, is it all corporate milk, or do you actually have some family-owned milk in your area? Let us know in your reports down below. Don says, Slidell, Louisiana, yesterday went to Walmart, 5 p.m. Eggs were wiped out. I grabbed me one of the last of the 2 dozen cartons of Eggland's Best. There was no more than 6 dozen eggs left overall. At 5 p.m., friends, that's Aldi doesn't close for another couple hours after that, and yet no eggs, right? Julie says, Enterol feeding bags and syringes are in shortage. If you have a family member with a feeding tube, use the bags 2 or 3 days, not just 1. The shortage started about 2 months ago, so they changed his bags. But this month they only sent 14 for the 28 days. This is in Michigan. If you have loved ones who are needing feeding bags to be fed through tubes, that is a issue. We've heard reports of that, but that is very disturbing how short that is. And of course, the question is it going to get worse before things get better, right? Lorraine says, Bangor, Maine, no apple cider vinegar. That is what we're hearing from a few places. Flower Pot says, no green cabbage in New Hampshire for the 3rd week running. $13 Savoy cabbages only in the organic section. Fully fronted all the mushrooms this week. So that continues our theme of hearing New England produce shortages. We're getting reports of produce in the New England states being very short. So if you're up in those areas, let us know what you're seeing out there. Light Show says, ham at my local Walmart is in stock. Is out of stock. That's more like what we're hearing elsewhere, right? I'm talking the 4-pound ham that you asked to be sliced for ham sandwiches. I placed my curbside order and there was none. Green Bay, Wisconsin. So we're hearing from Michigan, Wisconsin, some issues out that way. Tevins, RN, says, coming in from New England, Southeast Connecticut, tons of ketchup up here, but no Domino's sugar. So it does seem like maybe the sugar from Baltimore was being taken up the coast to New England, and that is causing problems up there. Thanks to the viewer who mentioned the applesauce. Heading to the store to buy apples. Gashu Boy says, I work at my local Food Lion here in Henrico, Virginia. Virginia, as a camouflage artist, aka blocker. There have been major shortages on sugar here. So once again, that's in Virginia. Bottom shelf of that has been barely any for a couple of weeks. Have had to do major fronting on many canned goods and other things. So listen, you're hearing it from a stocker directly, what's going on out there, especially the generic brands in many areas. Canned goods, sugar. I hope I can keep my job and the challenged store doesn't close. And this is from Roddy Hood. Remind you that we're going to cover how you can protect your phones from hacking and from tracking. Roddy Hood says, Idaho instant mashed potatoes pricing is up over 150%. Once they were $1, now they're about $2.50 or higher in our area. So if you have reports, please do send them in. All right, so what's this way to protect your phone from tracking? I've complained about this enough that you should be asking, Steve, so what's the solution to that? You used to be able to strip the battery out of your phone if you didn't want to be tracked, but the answer now is a Faraday bag. So now I have a link down in the pinned comment down below. You get 2 Faraday bags. This is the cheapest I could find on Amazon that works. So it's just a simple bag. You stick your phone in. Obviously, you turn it off, but it looks cooler when the phone is on. You put it in there. Mine has a little case on it, so it kind of sticks as it's going down. Then you kind of roll up the bag, and it's now a Faraday bag. It is now enclosed, and I've checked it. It blocks cell phone signal, blocks the Bluetooth. Those are the things I were able to test myself, and that is, I mean, if you have keys. You can actually lose your access to your car. People can steal the codes from your keys with devices and such that challenge your keys, and it gets. I don't know how that works, but there are hackers that are out there doing that. Also, if you have credit cards, wallet that you're really concerned about your cards getting skimmed, a Faraday bag works for that. You can slip your wallet in there. So this is not an elegant solution to all of your problems, but it is a very simple, low-tech solution. Just go off the grid. Just make your phone disappear. You won't be able to receive phone calls. You won't be able to receive texts. But as soon as you pull your phone out of the bag, you will get all the texts that you missed. You'll get all of the phone calls. You'll see the recording of the phone calls, whether it's voicemail or just record that somebody called you. But if you want to drive somewhere and you want to drop off the grid for a little bit, Faraday bag, right? You get 2 of these in a pack. It's $11.30 if you use the coupon that's on there. That's the cheapest I could find. If anyone else can find bags that work for cheaper, let us know. But I do recommend having some of these. Now, you may not use them right now, but having these on hand so that you can make cell phones disappear when you need them to disappear, when you don't want to be tracked where you're going somewhere, because let's just admit it, these are tracking devices that you're carrying around all day long, everywhere you go. Are there some things that you would rather not be tracked doing? If so, well then you need some way to block it. You either need to leave this brick at home, or you need to use some sort of way to block it. All right, friends, that is the Poplar Report today. If you want to get some more information from Genesis Gold, or if you want to ask them some questions, there's a link right here. You can fill out the form, and they will call you. They'll email you as well. If you want to call them directly, the phone number is always down in the description down below of all the videos. All right, friends, thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up here. I'll see you over there. And one final bit of information out there before you go is that our Bible study will be restarting on Wednesday. We're going to start going through 1st and 2nd Timothy starting Wednesday on the Poplar Bible Study channel. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.